So this is the problem that I have given. A manufacturer makes two types of products, P1 and P2, by using two machines M1 and M2. 1 unit of P1 requires 1 hour at machine M1, 3 hours at machine M2, and 1 unit of P2 requires 2 hours at each of the two machines. If the profit contribution from each unit of P1 and P2, these are the two.
So you aren't audible.
Now I am audible now.
Seems like.
Yes.
सर आपकी वॉइस स्टटर कर रही है.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes sir, better.
Okay. Fine. So a number of hours available per week on machine M1 and M2 are 40 and 60 respectively. So these are the constraints or the limitations that we have. Then we have to formulate the above as LPP. So how to formulate? I'm giving you a very simple idea because the next question we'll try to do. So now come to the solution part. So everybody has the problem in front of you. Okay, try to because I have given it. Uh, the question is, first is we have to decide what is the decision variable. What is the decision variable? Anyone can tell me what is the decision variable? Decision variable. X1, this is called the number of units produce the product P1, the product P1, then X2, this is the number of units produce the product P2, right? So now see the whole problem. Now see, this is the whole problem can be summarized in a small table. How to do that? Now see, I am writing a summary table, summarized table we call it, summary table. This will help you to understand the whole problem. Summary table, right? A very simple way, and you have to follow this tradition to most of the problem. Here I am writing this products in unit. This is P1 and this is P2. Two units are two kind of the product is producing. So this P1 is nothing but this is the product P1 is X1 and this is the indecision variable in terms of X2, right? We are using to produce these products by using the machines. So two kind of the machines we are using, M1 and M2. Make it sense? And here the total time available per week, because it is given in the question. Now see, when you go to the question, it is saying that see, uh, the number of hours the per week on machine M1 and M2 are 40 and 60 hours. So this is per week's time given, and also we have profit per unit, right? Per unit in rupees it is given. So
Sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Once again.
okay, now am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this product P1 or X1 decision variable we are producing on machine M1 and so how much time it will take on machine M1 and M2 by producing a machine of product X1. This is it is given in the question. The see the unit of P1 requires 1 hour at machine M1 and at M1 and 3 hours at machine M2. Is it given? See the question. It is given P1 by and P2 by using M1 M2. 1 unit of P1 requires 1 hour at machine M1 and 3 hours at machine M2. Similarly, 1 unit of P2 requires 2 hours at each of the two machine. So if you want to produce 1 unit of X2, what is the time here on M1 and M2? Yes? Yeah, who will tell me? 1 unit of P2 requires 2 hours at each of the two machine. Means 2 hours and 2 hours it is required. Make it sense? At M1 this X2 required 2 hours. At M2 it requires 2 hours. Am I audible or not? Please respond me.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So this is it fine na? 2 and 2 hours. Now the question is in M1 we have total time available is 40 hours, right? And M2 we have total time 60, right? So M1 we have 40 hours in a week and M2 we have 60 hours in a week. So this is the constraints and these are the input that required to produce X1 and X2. Now the profit contribution is 1 unit of X1 when you produce using machine M1 and F2 will get the 60 rupees profit. Similarly, when you produce X2 on machine M1 and F2 you will get rupees 50 per unit as a profit. Now see, the whole problem can be discussed with using this a simple table, summary table. We have now see I am just narrating it all this summary table. This will describe whole problem. We have two products P1 and P2. I call it as a decision variable X1 and X2. Two machines we are using to produce machine X1 and X2 product. This is M1 and M2 and so X1 required 1 hour at machine M1 and 3 hours at machine M2. X2 product or P2 product required 2 hours at machine M1 and 2 hours at machine M2. Total time available per week, this is 40 hours and 60 hours. Then profit contribution, so per unit of the product X1 is 60 rupees and 50 rupees. Now the question is how to formulate the above problem. Now see, I have defined the decision variable X1 and X2. The second is what this is called objective function, right? Summary table is clear, everybody? Yeah, response
Yes,
please. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the objective function we are going to define. Now tell me, it is Z. In front of this, I have to write it here something. Whether it is a maximization case of objective function or minimization case of objective function. Yes. It is a maximization case or minimization case of the problem. So if profit is given, then it is a case of maximization or minimization.
Sir, maximization.
Yes, right. If the cost is given, then we have to go for minimization of the cost. So I have to write it here, objective function max z equal to, and what is the maximization? Its objective function will be, now see, 60 x1 plus 50 x2. What it means? This is the objective function. Means objective function means when you produce x1 and x2 as much as possible, this will multiply with the per
सही वारंट ऑडिबल, आपकी आवाज चली गई।
Yes, sir.
Now it is all right.
सर वो बच्चे की आवाज तो आ रही थी, आपकी अटक गई थी।
वो क्या उधर थोड़ा परेशान कर रहे थे। मैं एक्चुअली आई एम इन लुधियाना, not in Jaipur. Some medical emergency I came here.
Oh.
So I am taking the class here from Ludhiana.
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, बच्चों की आ रही है।
Wait. Okay, now there will be no network connection problem right now after this. So now come to, I'm audible now?
Yes sir.
Okay, fine. So this is your objective function, means maximum z equal to 60 x1 plus 50 x2. So what it mean? This x1 and x2 means per unit of the product profit 60 rupees on x1, 50 rupees per unit of the profit on x2. So when you multiply, so our objective is what? Now the problem is in the this LPP that how much x1 and x2 we should produce here so that our profit will get maximum. This is the question, and this is the challenging for the quantitative techniques, right? Is it not a matter that yes, x1 is large and x2 will be so large, it cannot be infinity, right? The product cannot be infinity. X1 you cannot produce at infinite level, x2 cannot produce at infinite level. There should must be some point where the product should must be break the number of units, the limit should must be there to produce x1 and x2. At that point, this break even point that should must be there, that is called the break even point, where the x1 and x2 should be. Now suppose graphically I just trying to show here. Now see, suppose you are producing x1, right, and you are producing x2 somewhere, right, and at this point of course this is the break even point, because after x1 and x2 when you produce it, at this point the profit will be maximum. After that you will be in the loss, because somewhere the unit input will be it will be more than the cost will be more than that of the per unit of the profits. That's why. Now the third is called the inequality constants. Inequality constants. Inequality constant, right? So inequality constant means we should formulate the constraints equation, right? Whatever the limitations are there, what limited resources are we have, we can go for, and then we have to formulate. Now see, 1 and 1 unit 1 hour on x1, 2 hour on x2, and 40 hours per week is given. So your first constant will be 1x1 plus 2x2, this is the total time constants, and this should must be less than equal to 40 hours, 40, right, 40, and this is called uh, m1 constants. For m1 constants for machine, इसको just मैं सेव कर देता हूँ इसको, for machine m1 constants, right? So machine m1 constant means we have to produce x1 and x2. So 1 hour it will take per unit on x1, 2 hours on per x2, and the limitation is that you cannot use more than 40 hours in a week. So this is the limitations, right? Then the second constant we have here, 3 hours it take per unit on x1. So So this will be 3x1 and then plus 2x2, that should be less than or equal to 60 hours. So this is for machine M2 constants, right? This is for machine M2 constants. So two constants are there, inequality constants. This must be less than equal. We cannot use greater than. So we have, the question is that we have to use the time 40 hours in a week on for producing x1 and x2, so as that we can produce x1 and x2 as maximum as possible. So it will directly reflect to their profit maximization. So 40 hours in a week, we cannot use more than that one, either you less or. So this is the optimization that you have to use, how optimum the machine you should use on machine of M1 as so as to produce the x1 and x2 as possible as maximum. Similarly, 60 hours, this is the machine M2 we have in a week, and we cannot use more than 60 hours in a week. So the problem is, the challenge is what you have to use the less than 60 hours as minimum as, and you produce x1 and x2 as maximum as. That will reflect to the maximization of your profit. Now come to the fourth part, non-negative restrictions. This is the fourth element, non-negative restrictions. Non-negative restrictions, and what is that? Non-negative restriction means the decision variable must be greater than equal to 0. So these are the two problems. These are the four constants, four element of the linear programming problem. So now when you summarize all these steps as a single problem, so you write as a LPP that the formulated LPP will be, therefore the required LPP using these summarize steps and all the elements of the formulation of the LPP. The required LPP will be, you just write it as max. This is the case of maximization. So maximize Z equal to this is maximization is 60 x1 and then plus 50 x2. This is your objective function. Then you come for the subject to. So this is your inequality constants, that will be x1 plus 2x2, that will be less than equal to 40, then 3x1 and then plus 2x2 less than equal to 60. So this is the inequality constants, and the non-negative restrictions will be x1 and x2, that is greater than equal to 0. So this is the formulation of the above problem as LPP. Is there any doubt? Anyone can ask me problem in the steps? Yeah. Anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. Shubham?
No, sir.
Shubham, respond me. No issue? Okay. So you got it? How,
Yes, sir, no issues.
Fine. Thank you. So Anubhav Bagre, is it all right?
Yes, sir, it's all right.
Fine. Very good. So it's a very simple one that you can formulate the given problem as LPP in the mathematical form. So I'm just going to write another question, and then you have to formulate it. You try to formulate. I'm giving you another problem to formulate it. You try to write in your copy first, and then you formulate. First, you have to decide what will be the your decision variable. So a company has three operational department, has three operational departments. This is called weaving, processing, and packing. So there are three departments in a company with capacity to produce capacity to produce three different types of cloths, three different types of clothes, three different types of clothes, namely suitings, shirtings, and woolen, giving the profit of rupees 2, rupees 4 and rupees 3 per meter respectively, Okay. Now 1 meter of suiting, 1 meter of suiting requires 3 minute in weaving, 2 minutes
So you aren't audible.
yeah, I am audible now.
Yes, yes.
2 minutes in processing and 1 minute in packing. Similarly 1 meter of shirting, 1 meter of shirting requires 4 minutes in weaving, 1 minute in processing, 3 minutes in packing and 3 minutes in packing. While 1 meter of woolen, 1 meter of woolen requires 3 minutes in each, 3 minutes in each department. Very simple one. So in a week total run time available is 60, 40 and 80 hours for weaving, processing processing and packing packing department respectively. Department respectively. Fine. So formulate the above problem as LPP. So formulate it. You try to formulate. I am here to guide you, and then you can easily formulate this problem as the mathematical form of linear programming problem. You try to do this. I will help you. First, you make it a summarized form, so that I will ask the question. The summary form that the previously explained how to make the problem as a summarized form. That will help you to formulate the problem in a very simple way. So, giving you 5 minutes. So, you all are trying now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, those who are joined today as a first class, now today, uh, they are welcome because this is a very useful subject that will help you for your exam, uh, for your career also, and so many things like that. Yeah, anyone who has summarized this problem, can you tell me what is the problem? What is the LPP? Hello, Vanshika. Yeah, yeah. Who is saying? Sambhavi, Shubham, शुभम, विश्वजीत, रिस्पॉन्स करिए। आप लोग अगर नहीं बताएंगे तो मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि
कर रहा
या
हूँ सर, एक मिनट।
सर कर रहा
ओके
हूँ।
ओके ओके ओके। और सिंपली समराइज में आप मुझे एक क्वेश्चन का सवाल बताइए, एक क्वेश्चन बताइए कि व्हाट इज योर डिसीजन वेरिएबल? व्हाट इज योर डिसीजन वेरिएबल? इज इट वीविंग, प्रोसेसिंग और पैकिंग,
No,
और
sir.
इज इट
Suiting.
शूटिंग, शर्टिंग और
Suiting.
वुलन?
Yes, sir.
क्लोथ्स का नाम।
क्लोथ्स का नेम जो होगा that will be your decision variable. So that's a good decision, right? Because this process cannot be the decision variable. Fine. So चलिए, सो देखिए मैं यहाँ पे एक सॉल्यूशन में समरी शीट बना रहा हूँ मैं, आप लोग मैच कर लीजिएगा। बहुत सिंपल है। जैसे हमने यहाँ पे लिखा, यहाँ जस्ट हम राइटिंग समरी शीट, इट मेक्स यू वेरी सिंपल वे। समरी शीट, summary sheet means what? Now see, I'm just using the products clause, types of clause, types of clause. So this is what, this is the sorting, shirting, and then woolen. So I call it, it is x1, this is x2, and this is x3, right? Fine. So we have to bear it because on Sunday I will be in Jaipur. Okay. Then come to the process. The process is what? This is weaving, processing, and then come to the packing. Fine. So come to the profit is given, and then hours available, and this is per hours. I think it is weekly, per week. Hours available per week. It is given. Then the profit is given here. Profit per unit in rupees it is given. So now see, who will tell me what is the value of here? X1 will take weaving, processing and packing. What is the value here in the first column? What will be the value?
3 to 1.
Very good. 3 to, excellent, 1. Then second?
413.
413. Very good. And the last one, pack woolen?
3 each.
133.
3 each.
3 each. Right? It is given. So woolen takes the 3 hours per unit on the all the process. So weaving, processing. Okay, we have here the hours available means 60 hours per week on weaving, 40 hours it is there, and 80 hours it is in the packaging time we have, right? And then the profit in rupees it is given 2 rupees, then 4 rupees, and 4 rupees, and then 3 rupees it is given. So very simple one, you can convert it right now. See, is a very simple one. So you have to elaborate it when I ask the exam, and this kind of the problem also I will solve. Can we solve this problem by graphical method? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Who said? Who said this problem can be solved by graphical method?
Sir,
Shubham. Shubham. But
Yes.
Shubham, we have 3 variables.
Auntie.
We cannot solve it by graphical method. 2 variable is there, 2 axis, 2 variable, we can use it. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So 2 variable, if it is there, the previous one, the first question is given x1 and x2. We have 2 decision variable. That problem can be solved by using the decision variable as the graphical method, because x-axis will be using as a x1 and y-axis will be taken as a x2. Now see here. Now see, when you apply the graphical method, this is, we call it x1 and x2, right? And this part, only the first quadrant, this is the first quadrant, we will take only first quadrant only to solve the problem of 2 variable x1 and x2. If it is 3 variable, we cannot solve by graphical method. So I am asking why only the first quadrant will consider to solve the problem of 2 variable.
Restriction है ना x1 x2 पे
Yeah,
positive रहेंगे.
excellent. That's why our solution or optimum solution will lie only in this quadrant, first quadrant. So we have to find, right? So we can find this. Now see, a very small thing that I am going to here explain. Now see, ग्राफ अभी बता देंगे आपको. देखिए ग्राफिकल मेथड जब हम अप्लाई करेंगे यहाँ पे, फर्स्ट x1 एंड x2 हमारा ये फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट है, तो इसमें क्या होगा, देयर आर इनफाइनाइट सॉल्यूशन. देयर आर इनफाइनाइट सॉल्यूशन, होता है ना इनफाइनाइट सॉल्यूशन, इनफाइनाइट सॉल्यूशन. ओके, जब हम इसको लाइन ड्रॉ करते हैं, हम क्या करते हैं, एक बाउंडेड रीजन निकालते हैं. सपोज हमने एक बाउंडेड रीजन निकाला और हमने कहा कि दिस इज आवर रीजन वेयर वी कैन फाइंड आवर सोल्यूशन एग्जिस्ट. देखिए रेड कलर से मैं डॉट लगाता हूँ. ये वाला जो रीजन होता है ना, इसी में हमारा सोल्यूशन लाई करेगा. बस वी हैव टू फाइंड इट बाय द मेथड. सो आवर सोल्यूशन विल लाई इन दिस रीजन ओनली. So still we have the infinite solution here. Infinite many solution exists in this region. So this region is called feasible region. I will write it. I will give you tomorrow. I will give a small note regarding all kind of the solution exist, right? So feasible solution. So I will explain it, right? So this is the feasible solution. Means this solution. Why it is called feasible solution? What do you understand by feasible solution?
क्योंकि सर x1 और x2 की दोनों पॉसिबल वैल्यूज उस रीजन के अंदर लाई कर जाएंगी.
लाइक तो ऊपर भी करेंगे, बट इट विल डिफाइन व्हाट विल इट डिफाइन. देखिए यहाँ ऊपर देखिए, मैं यहाँ पे आपको लेके चलता हूँ. ये जो आपका 2 वेरिएबल का क्वेश्चन है ना, यहाँ पे जो किया मैंने, तो इसमें अगर हमने इसको ग्राफ में दिखाया और मान लिया ये हमारा रीजन है, तो ये मान लिया ये फिजिबल रीजन है. इस रीजन के अंदर कोई भी जगह पे कोऑर्डिनेट लेंगे x1 एंड x2 का, कोई भी पॉइंट लेंगे x1 एंड x2 का, दिस विल सेटिस्फाई दिस 2 इक्वेशन, इनइक्वालिटी कांस्टेंट्स. तो एनी पॉइंट इन द फिजिबल रीजन will satisfy the inequality constraints is called the feasible solution. Getting my point? Any solution, any value of x1 and x2 in a feasible region satisfy the inequality constraints is called the feasible solution. So I will explain. I will write all these definition. Don't worry about that. Right? So this is called the feasible solution. Now the question is, the next is what is called the optimum solution. So out of these infinite many solutions in the feasible region, there will be only one solution. We don't know where it will exist. We don't know where it will exist, and that one solution that is called optimum solution. Optimum solution. At what point, suppose this is the point or this is the point where our profit is maximum or our cost is minimum, that particular point where the coordinate of x1 and x2, that will represent the optimum solution. At that point, this will help us how much x1 will produce, how much x2 will produce, and this will help you. Getting my point?
Yes,
So,
sir. Getting.
So this is your optimum solution, and we can write it maximize. Problem is maximize z equal to what? This is 2x1 plus 4x2 plus 3x3. Fine. Subject to constant. Our LPP is, this is your LPP, 3x1 plus 4x2 plus 3x3 less than equal to 60, 2x1 plus x2 plus 3x3 less than equal to 40, and x1 plus 3x2 plus 3x3 less than equal to 80, and x1, x2 and x3 all greater than equal to 0. So this is your LPP. Make it sense?
Yes.
Sir, do we have to convert that number of hours into minutes?
Yeah, you are right, sorry. Yes, it is in, okay, time is given in hours. Fine. So this will be multiplied by 60. So this is the 3600, this is multiplied by 60, this is 2400, this is multiplied by 60, so 480, right? So we write it here because the time processing time is given in hours, so it was our mistake, right? So this is this will be like this. Very good, thank you. मैं क्या उधर ग्राफ में चला गया था ना, इसलिए मैं उधर डेविएट हो गया था. 3600, so this will be 3600, this is 2400 and this is 4800. Fine. So this is your problem. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm going to stop here today. So tomorrow we'll go for there's some kind of the basic solution, the solutions, and also some problem related to the minimization cases are there. So we should go for the minimization cases of the problem also. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So thank you.
सर
Yeah.
सर मुझे एक चीज पूछनी है सर, वो आवर्स को मिनट में क्यों कन्वर्ट करना था?
किसको? आवर्स को. आवर्स को मिनट में इसलिए कन्वर्ट किया क्योंकि अपना जो प्रोसेसिंग टाइम है ना, ये वाला अंदर वाला प्रोसेसिंग टाइम, ये वाला देखिए, ये वाला 3, 4, 2, ये सब मिनट्स में दिया हुआ है.
ठीक
है ना, ये सब मिनट्स में दिया हुआ है, सब मिनट्स में दिया हुआ है ना.
ठीक सर, ठीक देखा नहीं मैंने.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.